welcome to the Pirate King Plays Witcher 3 Wild Hunt Blood and Wine expansion. And where last we left our heroes, we completed pretty much all of the side quests. We solved a family feud brought on because we found who caused it. We got a wine named after us. We destroyed all the Hansas that were terrorizing the countryside. Changed into our fancy clothes. Talked to a bootblack who got us the information we needed to figure out who that fifth victim was going to be. And as the sun rises, we made our way up to go and see Sienna. Let's do that, shall we? Oh yeah, I put the glasses on. I forgot about that. Nice. Guard. Everything I can. Come on. Can I take that too? Oh.
Halt!
Need to see Sienna, urgently.
In the matter of?
Need to interrogate her. New facts have come to light. Need them explained. Seems she was planning your Duquesse's assassination.
Ah, fine then. You're that witcher who solved the murders, no? Then you've my permission, but only for a few minutes.
You would have
Promise to
said
be
the
brief.
exact same thing if I said the other option. Wow. Also, I should definitely go and find a barber.
The witcher will
They
speak
actually
with
do
the
final
inmate.
cutscenes.
You can take a momentary break.
As long as it's truly but a moment. Highly irregular, this.
Still debating.
Have you come to see how I
Glasses.
fare? I'm fine, thank you. Artorias' ribbon worked wonders. It's a shame they took it from
I
me
know
for...
who the fifth victim was supposed to be.
Goodness, you're simply a compulsive snoop. I'm in prison. Dettlaff is dead. Could you not just drop it?
Sienna, stop pretending you couldn't care less. I know it's an act, and it's really starting to wear. Why do you want to kill her?
For such an accomplished investigator to ask about the obvious? Come now, Geralt. Why do you think?
Because she turned her back on you, then banished all memory of you?
Bravo, Geralt. Yet another riddle solved, and your sick curiosity sated. Well, what now? Off to share your discovery with Anna Henrietta? No, she's no longer in danger, true. But she very well might add a little something to your reward.
Definitely gonna tell her. Not necessarily for the coin, though.
Then why do it at all?
She ought to know. If only 'cause you'll probably try to kill her again if she ever lets you out.
I probably will.
Perhaps, just for a second, you could stop dwelling on all the wrongs folk have done you and forgive her.
Why should I?
For old time's sake. You loved each other once.
Please. I don't know who fed you that rubbish, but...
Read your governess's diary. You played together, were inseparable. Henriette'd get you into trouble sometimes, sure. But there were also times she stood up for you. When you had nightmares, only she could calm you. Time eats away at memories, distorts them. Sometimes we only remember the good. Sometimes only the bad.
If she loved me so, why did she wash her hands off me? Forget me? Hmm?
Don't know. But you could just ask her instead of sending monsters after her.
There's nothing she could say to change what she did to me, to justify it.
Maybe. But there's nothing out there to justify what you did to her and all Toussaint. Yet Anna Henrietta hasn't given up on you.
Ugh. You meant what you said in the Land of a Thousand Fables. You really want a happy ending to this story, don't you? Ah, with all of us living happily ever after. Go, Witcher, or they'll give your medal to another. And that would be a shame.
Farewell, Syanna.
Commander de la Tour would like to see you. Shall we go at once?
About to, but
Need to tend to one thing first. I'll look in on him afterwards.
So be it.
decided no glasses. And I think I'll unequip my weapons. Maybe after I go and do what I'm about to do. I'll do that anyway. Take you off. Where am I? Right. I'm gonna make this easy on me, and I'll go up first, I think, so I can go here. And if not, we can take in the wonderful castle grounds.
Geralt, I knew from the start you'd best the beast. The guard brings peace to our domains. Flout its writ and rot in chains.
I want to go and get a haircut, just to trim my beard. Feeling like that. Yeah, take a look. The only other quest here is Gwent. And I've decided what I'm gonna do for that. If there ever happens to be a day where I don't have anything to stream, but a new game that I wanted to play is out in like a day or two, we're gonna come back and do that. For now, not. Yeah. Let's do this just so I look like this.
Nothing to see here. Move along.
Literally right next to me.
Welcome, Sir Geralt.
Need a bit of grooming.
Good to get our award. There we go.
My time's up. So long.
Hair rejuvenation, dandruff annihilation.
Right back where we were. Okay, fully fancy. Easiest way down there would be... Yes, just go... Oh, that's nice. It's probably going to be a bit of a short stream today. Specifically because I don't know how much game we have left. Probably
You
not a lot.
deaf or you deaf?
Oh, you're drunk. Yeah, we might go and do some of the Gwent just because we won't have anything to do. But I don't think the remaining story will.
Oh, the Witcher! The one the Duquesa summoned!
Sorry to keep you waiting, Damien.
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Oh, yeah, his face is even more scarred than before.
Your face doesn't look good. Though it looked even worse last I saw you.
I apply a balm of Arnica. I hardly feel it anymore.
All right, we can start.
Very well. But you must behave. Less like a hired thug, and more like a man deserving of the Duchy's highest honor.
Deserve it.
In fact, you'd do best to maintain a dignified silence throughout. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
A few hours later.
In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness. Your Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Toussaint's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
Come on, dude, it's not that itchy.
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire.
Last action here. The good end.
May the symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever
Pardon.
remain a friend of Beauclair. In more familiar terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
5,000.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Sonreal, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Thank you.
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Syanna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Detloff. You were to be the beast's fifth victim.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
I do not believe it. In a moment I shall speak to Syanna. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly. I'd far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister. I know well how to speak to her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
Interesting. They both have two first names and often have them combined. Portmanteau style. Sylvia Anna becomes Syanna, and Anna Henrietta becomes Henrietta.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Detlaff. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
This choice doesn't matter.
Bitterness consumes Syanna. She had cause to resent many of the court of Beauclair. I know her reasons, understand them even. But I can't condone the actions she chose to take.
What is he talking about, Syanna?
You know exactly what. I was forcibly exiled, remember? To your benefit. You knew well the throne would then be yours, though I was the elder. The ministers I can understand. They'd hated me since I was a child, thought me a poor prospect for the wife of a duke. I even understand our parents. I'd always sensed the problem. They simply feared me, for I dared to be free. That fabricated curse, it fell into their laps. A gift from above that brought relief. But you... your dagger hurt most. You were my Henrietta, damn it. My darling little sister. Now do you understand, Witcher? She betrayed me.
Claim to understand them all? Why'd you come back for revenge? Have them all cut down then?
They deserved my vengeance. They detested me, all of them, as long as I can remember. But Anarietta understood me. Once. She was all I could cling to. Her betrayal hurt the most.
You were children then. You and your sister both had no control over what happened.
You're wrong, Witcher. She had control. Remember, dear sister, the day they banished me from the palace? Of course, I'd had the idea to pelt the Nilfgaardian envoy with fish bladders, which we filled with rancid suet on a lark, and which you set afire at the last to impress me, I imagine. And I admit, you did. Hit him right in his hideous bald patch. Never laughed so hard in my life. But when it came time to find the culprit, you said not a word. I took all the blame and all the punishment.
It's true. I did not stand up for you. I was too afraid.
The council was unanimous. They listed all my offenses. My flights from the palace, supposed acts of cruelty, inappropriate friendships. They cast me out. But you, the only one to understand me, you cowered in a corner, lifted not a finger to help. Not before, not after. You never tried to find me.
That's not true. I searched for you. Sent out knights, gathered tidings from without. You did not wish to be found. Since the day you vanished, I have lived with the knowledge that I failed you. I'm sorry, dear sister. Can you forgive me?
There's our happy ending. Sometime later.
All in all, best part of the whole ceremony? It was short.
Perhaps
The
for
weird
you,
thing with
as
the
you
clouds
ducked out early. The others are probably just getting started. The drunkenness never ends in this quaint realm.
We're back in our
Not
armor.
so fond of Toussaint after all, are we?
Oh, this place is like a strong wine, Geralt. Good in small sips. How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diavolis variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavor profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some brews for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
So, just for the fun of it, I'll tell you guys, there are 3 possible endings. We got the good ending. Bad ending is if we did what we did, except while in the Fable Sphere we did not buy ribbon, and therefore Sienna dies when Dettlaff stabs her. In which case that gets us thrown in jail, which actually gets us a different trophy than the one we got, which was Last Action Hero. We get a different one instead. And the third ending, the tragic ending, is when we do everything we did, but in that conversation with Sienna before going to the ceremony, we pick the other options. I believe both her and Henrietta die. Like she kills the Duchess, and then we kill her in retaliation. It's a whole tragedy, but I don't like tragedy.
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
Yeah, fair enough.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy.
Gloves for picking
Here,
mandrake.
gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
Okay. Hey.
This moon.
All right. Let's see what we got here. It actually put us. It probably would have put us in whatever armor we had. However, in this case, we only had this armor on us, so it automatically put it back on. I like that. Oh yeah, we still have these. Gloves for Mandrake. Oh, and that's cool. What if we can put that somewhere? And where's the mask? There we go. Mask for big. Hey, we got fucking.
Makes me oh so dreamy.
Penny for your thoughts. Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
Make a dead fish laugh. We might go through some of these later, see if we can. I'm sure some of them are funny, some are probably references. Probably would have hurt us if we didn't put on the
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all. Damn it, where'd you go? Regis! Damn it, where'd you go?
You raise your hand against the vampire! You shall die for the...
I did what I had to do!
That! Rannick!
Those Bruxae, they called you a traitor.
Alas,
Taboo.
we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, all.
Won't let it go, will they?
They will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
That's right back there. Can I leave? Later. Drinking again.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning. Then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
Good, made for killing monsters. Don't know. I think this is the safest option because I feel like though Geralt will probably just settle in Corvo Bianco, he won't turn down a contract when people come to his door asking for one. Probably go out and make sure the surrounding area of Toussaint is safe. Not just for him, but for everyone. But that doesn't mean he'll be leaving the path. So I'm just gonna say I don't know yet. Actually.
Don't really know yet. Might find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on, which of course brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view.
They don't exist despite
I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
Geralt's line. Oh, you looking at the screen? You looking at us? Really, this is where the credits come up. There is one more quest after this. I don't know if I should let these play. That, aside from the one quest after, is Witcher 3. Fine. In fact, that is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I don't know how many of you stuck with me for the whole playthrough. Probably none of you, really. But maybe those watching my playlist of videos, my archives later, will get to this point after watching through the whole thing, and hopefully you can see why this is my favorite. It's incredibly well written. From the main quests, to the side quests, to even the trivial, to even the small little question mark quest where you just find a key and a note. Even those notes can be great. Like hell, we were here in Toussaint, found one written by Robin, talking about Bruce and Selena. Still fucking hilarious to me. But aside from the writing, the game itself is gorgeous. And though that may be mostly thanks to the next gen update, making it look incredible, may also be to my memory, because I remember it looking this good. I remember it looking incredible when I first played. But that's the issue with memory. You can go back to a game 5 years later with no updates and say, oh man, this does not look as good as I thought it did. This world just looks so fucking good. It's fucking gorgeous. And the animation's pretty good, though I will say, as expected from an older game, most of the characters during a conversation, most but not all, kind of repeat the same emotions here and there, including the big cutscenes don't do that. The voice acting is incredible. The gameplay. Oh, the gameplay. Takes some getting used to. Give it that. Takes some getting used to at first. Especially one thing I remember the first time I played this game, I was really put off by the fact that you would stop holding the stick forward and Geralt would take another step or two before stopping. But that reaction is not lost. The addition of the quick signs was excellent. I think in my first playthrough I may have barely used signs, because what you would have to do is go into that radial menu and select them in the middle of battle. Kind of interrupted it. But instead they added the quick signs in, and now you can just poof, right without opening a menu of any sort. Ah, look there, the music. Still can't pronounce his last name, but those guys are just the whole soundtrack. All three soundtracks, because there's the main soundtrack, and then there's Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine are separate. All of them so fucking good. The music in this game is incredible, which is why. Oh wait, there we go. Cast: Geralt, Doug Cockle. I don't really recognize any of the voice actors from this game, but it doesn't mean they're not good. They do a very good job. I think it's specifically the Blood and Wine credits we're seeing now. The music in this game is incredible, which made me really annoyed while exploring Skellige, and the music would just stop and not start up again for a while, and I thought it was a glitch sometimes. Like, no, I don't want to sail around to nothing. We still have the sound effects, but I want the music, damn it. A lot of people will a lot of people don't seem to like the whole gear system and the RPG elements of leveling up and everything in games like this. Open world RPGs like this one are my jam. I fucking love them. And for all I know, as it has been quite a few years, for all I know, this may have been my start to my love of open world RPGs. I don't actually know how many existed back then and how many I might have played. I mean, there was Grand Theft Auto. I don't like those games. Nothing about the setting in those appeals to me at all. But setting like this, the lore in this game. There is so much lore. And yes, this game does refer back to the previous two games, which are 1 and which are 2. Assassin's Kings, I believe it was called. I've heard the gameplay in those two is very subpar. This is part of why I decided to just play the third one. And I was told, hey, you can play the third one without having played the first two, and you'll be just fine. And as you may have seen, that is correct. Though I did have to look up once in a while some things like, oh, was this another game? You seem very familiar with this person, like in the first case. And yeah, she was the character in the first game. But visuals in this are great. Action is incredible. Geralt is just a fun protagonist. And, one thing. Choices matter in this game. Choices actually feel like they matter. Not just the choices, like, right at the end. Though in some of these it does tend to, put them all in Act 3. Multiple choices you make along the way will change the ending. Or just change how certain quests go, even the side quests. And some of them are actual, like, moral dilemmas. And I have to wonder, do I actually want to, make this choice this way? I can't tell which one is the best one. Which is when you've seen it. Look it up and see what the general. My only complaints at all are the minor ones you've seen along the way. Minor complaints. And sometimes when the the gameplay gets a bit whack, like you get stuck on some geometry, or they stun lock you and you can't block or dodge. That's just general complaints that you can find with any game like this. That's not really something you can fix. That's something you fix yourself, get good and all that. There is, like, the epilogue quest, which we're going to see. As I said, yeah, I think I might end up ending the stream early. Unless I want to go back to the other map and play Gwent, do little busy work things. I think I'm just going to save all the Gwent for a filler stream. Like, this stream will be marked as the finale. So if we ever go back and do a filler stream, it'll be a bonus part. Bonus part 1. But yeah. Back to the game.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
Be it ever so humble. Oh, the mask goes there? That's weird. I thought it was in Quest. Oh, the gloves too. We'll store those. Just taking a quick peek through here. Yeah. Was able to raise the dead. redheaded creature to ever walk upon the earth. We've got a painting of her on there that does not look like it was painted on stone. Fascinating. It really seems out of place. It's weird. Believed it was possible to reach a satisfying agreement with anyone. Died while negotiating with the charging fiend. Oh. Famed host of afternoon salons, where games, bottled cheese, and trampolining are the order of the day. Trampolining? Huh. But yeah, I think pretty much every headstone in this cemetery has something written on it. Oh, wait, you saw that one. Knew how to brighten up even the cloudiest day. Be prepared. Reference to something at the end of Beacon Tales. Made up stories and boss people around, and all we ever really wanted to like. I wonder if some of these names are like developers on the game. Man who would never stoop, not even for Keisha Oshi. Master Armorer, forger of the best plate this side of the world. So strenuously did he descend, his master after didn't even know it. He fell. Wait. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely right. That's the composer of the music of this game. In truth, it was he who composed Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Oh, that's great. Yeah, Martin, Pishavlovich. That may be, like, how you actually pronounce his name. It's not how it's written. That's incredible. It's the pleasure in slaughtering. You wish to draw blood. Ooh. Very nice. We can probably go in there and talk to him. I don't know if he's still there. But where we need to go now is back home. Should I ride there? Like, no fast traveling. Just go. We could do that. It's a pretty straight shot. We can follow the road on Roach. Yeah. What time is it? What time is it here? Also, that quest where you get to talk to Roach is fucking hilarious. Over here. There you are. Used to be the stop of the guard, but still. Get some excellent views on the left.
Oh, here he comes! A hero! Geralt the Brave!
Enough to
Geralt the Brave.
Head to the pheasant.
White wolf himself.
On your
Oh,
bones.
you can go.
Move it!
Can't dash.
Ah,
Trot. Roach tries to be careful around the people.
Whoa!
I need victuals, rations.
Hey there, little Dan. How much for your wool?
A lot. And triple for you.
Wine, like all things noble, requires patience.
Let me just test this from here. Actually, I want to go to this road. We could take this road. I guess. It would lead us to the right place. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, and Karenata merged. Who would have thunk?
I do like people talking about the end of some of the quests that you've done. Come on. We missed the bridge.
Vermentino this,
What is going on over there?
I've a daughter, you know. She's fit to wed.
Go up to any knight and shout, "The beast!" You'll smell the soiled armor at once.
What am I seeing up there? There's... I don't think I can see it from this angle. Something on fire? What's going on? Oh, over at the tourney grounds. Huh. Yeah, no, that's probably on purpose. We'll see.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
I haven't seen this part because it's different from when I did it last. Oh, our swords are off.
Unexpected as ever. And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me.
Hold on, I'm getting a call. Sorry about that. My parents were failing to log into Netflix with my password.
You'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky, like some shitty two-crown romance.
So, first of all, there are 4 possible results for this quest, for who shows up in your home. The obvious first 2 are, who did you romance? We romanced Yennefer, so she's shown up. If you romanced Triss, she'd show up. If you, didn't romance either, or tried to romance both, the latter of which is what I did in my first playthrough, that depends then on how you finished the main story. If you got a good ending and Ciri survived, she'll show up. If you didn't, Dandelion shows up. I would never have Dandelion show up because I will always get a good ending with Suri.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The name of the orchid. A widower for half a year.
Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
But the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade. And you'll bring me cool drinks. At regular intervals.
Bring you whatever you want. You know, feels kinda strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard, good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely,
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white, has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
oh yeah, the unicorn. Fine, you can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
I wonder where it would fit. Where do we have the room for that? I mean, I guess... No, there wouldn't be any room in the bedroom. Probably in the cellar?
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet. Bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
I love their pun battles!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels in wordplay.
Forgotten. It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
Adorable!
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Aww. Ever so humble, or be it ever so humble. Is that actually it? That's actually it? I thought it was any particular. I feel like we should put a small bridge across here. Very nice spot. You know what I should do? Bridge Corvo Bianco. muted generator? Dear Geralt, if you're reading these words, it means I'm already far beyond the borders of Tusol. You have found my muted generator. Of course, you may dub this instrument however you like, perhaps something more fitting to your tastes, or better reflecting on its function. For I have no doubt your knowledge in the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. I have been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished, and I am convinced as an inventor can be, before his invention has been used as intended, of the usefulness of this apparatus. You are surely wondering what function it is meant to serve. As the name indicates, a muted generator generates mutagens. It operates by absorbing electromagical energy waves from bodies, in this case the bodies of the monsters and evil doers you kill, and when it has absorbed enough so as to be charged with a critical amount, the muted generator changes the stored energy into a greater mutagen, which I suspect you will make good use of. As you surely understand, I am an amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of ability for you to direct this operation. Which you will decide, which mutagen emerges is determined at random, meaning chance will decide if it is green, red, or blue. Chance, yet I have noted the colors tend to alternate by and large. I trust you shall find my gift useful. Your dearly devoted friend, Emil Regis Rohelic Terziev Godefroy. Yes, you might be wondering why I decided to toss a muted generator into your home instead of simply handing it to you in person. You must know that I did it out of modesty, believe it or not. Take care, Geralt, and may my gift serve you well. What? This must have been a I wouldn't think a new game plus thing. Maybe 0 to 100 charges. I see. It might have been a next gen update thing, because I would have had it in this playthrough. Otherwise, we're about to get fancy. Gloves to go along with it, though I could just grab something like this. That might look good. Or probably just no gloves. Oh, I need to actually put some stuff in there because I didn't want it on me. Oh, I can't put these in there. Fair enough. Oh, I meant to put these away too. There we are. Here's our fancy home outfit. It works with the glasses. Say hello to BB here.
Sir, we received a shipment of wine from the Belgard vineyard, I believe, with kind regards from Madame Matilda and Monsieur Liam. I had the barrels unloaded and stored in the cellar to the right of the entrance.
Thanks. Take a look when I have a moment.
Splendid. I was told to expect a subsequent delivery 5 days hence.
Oh, I guess we could play him. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that because it doesn't sound fun.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
I guess we still have our weapons on, but... It's some good art.
Foes yesterday, partners today, and tomorrow,
Lovebirds tomorrow. Long live Matilda and Ma...
Right, so grab that one. Go back up to you. White wolf. And that will keep generating more in there, even if you don't go and pick it up.
Mouth's dry as a stockfish. Mouth's dry as a stockfish.
Gather all of our crops here.
Mouth's dry as a stockfish.
I believe will be done.
Unbelievable.
There, but I think it's just like a bonfire at the grounds.
Monsters are your catnip. That is mine.
Can we talk?
Always. With pleasure.
So...
Of course.
Interesting. I seem to remember some sort of priest.
Vermentino this, Coronata that.
Oh, this is all her stuff. I'm like, wait, why is the armor all the way over there? It's behind all of her stuff that she's moved in. Oh, yeah, I forgot we had a guest room up here. Oh! Are those the colors he was just talking about? Huh. Also, have to put series baby pictures up there. It's fucking hilarious. Alright. Yeah, no. A lot more time that I would normally use for the stream. I do believe we're about to be done. Figured it would be nice to like wear this fancy outfit that I actually really like for the last tour of the vineyard. Probably put the armor back on. Looks like there used to be a door here. There's no longer. We can go in here. This is where BB lives. I didn't know we could actually go inside. Sort of. I see. Just a small attic. Actually, be able to. No, we cannot. Alright, we go out this door. I didn't realize we could go in here. I was half suspecting Phoebe to just be there when we walk. It's like, why are you not here, sir? You have every right, but I have to. Prophet Web Yoda, King of the Universe.
You tallywhacked the beast?
Take that down. It's already constructed and everything.
Even a horse drops if you ride it at a constant gallop.
Roach. I'm glad I actually rode him in here. Try now, he's blocking it off.
And what do you get for all that work? A crook in your back once you're on in years.
Master Liam and Maid Matilda. Why, they'll have a tail to hold their kitties wrapped.
Bread adds a spring to your step. Wine adorns your head with thorns.
Yeah, it's coming from the corner. Yeah, here it is.
But a few
Good
drops
man.
of wine, and lo and behold, I see better.
Here's our estate. The fact that after all of this, it ends with Geralt just settling down in the corner. Still probably to go out on the path once in a while, but
Now I shall
as a
sing you
home.
a song.
Sure.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Fix what you were doing there? Alright, ending with a glitch. I feel almost I don't like that the side of the house here still looks ramshackle, but the rest of it looks good. Trying to get the landscape and also Yennefer and also Geralt. I like that. Capture that'll be it for tonight. Man, I hate ending the stream early, but it is the end of the game. It's not like I could have pushed that into the end of last stream. It still took an hour and a half, give or take, more like an hour. All right, well, it's early, and oh man, I gotta figure out what we're playing next. It's not too difficult. There are a few games that I have lined up that I can choose from. But we'll be looking forward to Jedi Survivor come the end of the month. In about, 19 days at this point? The 28th? But yeah. I'll figure out what I'm playing next and make sure it's installed and all that. It's probably going to be something on the PS5 because I don't trust streaming things on my PC at the moment. When I finally upgrade it, finally get that done, then we might be able to stream stuff on my PC again. But I don't trust it. A lot of people are probably playing through Jedi Fallen Order again because Survivor's coming out at the end of the month, but I don't think I'd be able to finish it by the end of the month. And I don't really want to replay it. Let's see who's online. Now, I think I'm going to send you to Mental Robot. My friend Lay, who is streaming Dredge. So that could be nice. Alright, well, whatever we're playing next. Until next time, this is the Pirate King, signing off. Have good luck on the path.